What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Judgment Day with X-Force issue number 33. This issue probably should have come out after the next issue of Judgment Day, issue number 6, coming out next week. This one very loosely ties into everything going on currently on Krakoa with Judgment Day. This one is focusing around Kraven's hunt, looking for the apex predator. This has led him to mutant kind. After kidnapping Beast and taking him to the Shadow Room, we have seen them activate the Savage Lands. But for Kraven, this is all bait so he can get Wolverine here, believing Wolverine to be the best, the strongest. This is Kraven versus Wolverine. Now, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, make sure you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so we are diving into issue number 33 of X-Force, jumping us right into the Savage Lands. We have Kraven, who is riding a freaking T-Rex. Running for his life, we see Beast, but Beast isn't able to get far before Kraven is able to put a spear into his leg, as Beast looks like he is about to be eaten alive by this T-Rex. That is when he pulls the spear from his leg and he jabs it into the eye of the T-Rex. Because of this, Kraven goes flying off of his mount, with the T-Rex headed in one direction and Beast headed in the other. Kraven is now hunting his bait, with a blood trail leading off into the jungle. Elsewhere inside the Shadow Room, that is where Wolverine has entered, cutting his way through vegetation and dinosaurs. He is able to get in communication with Sage, letting her know exactly what is going on. He knows that they're not really able to dispatch a whole lot of people to help them out. The Eternals are currently attacking them. He is trying to let Sage know that all the protocols, they have been shut off. This place is on digital steroids. For some reason, Kraven is acting like this is his last hunt, and Wolverine is his last trophy. Unfortunately, this is where he gets cut off from Sage. While they are on the midst of their battle on the outside, Wolverine battling raptors, but he is seeing that there is something definitely off about them, not fully understanding what is going on. The Shadow Room has been put into overdrive. All safety measures have been taken off. There is no real distinguishing this Savage Land from the real Savage Land. In every single way, they are identical, with all the safety measures being shut down. Being in here is life and death, and while mutant kind may have resurrection, right now the hatchery is destroyed. It is in shambles, facing off against the progenitor and the Eternals. This would be the worst possible time for any mutant to die. And so while Wolverine battles through the prehistoric era, we are picking up with Sage. The battle is fully underway, and she is trying to make her way across the island. She is in search of Omega Red and Deadpool, and she definitely finds them. The two of them fighting amongst one another, with Sage coming in, breaking it up, letting them know, I don't care who started it, I don't care why you guys are fighting. Right now, we have too many threats. You guys cannot be facing off against one another. Their most pressing matter right now, the point has been breached, letting them know that they need to get on the move. This is where we see Deadpool, his tiny little growing body, inside the husk that Black Tom had made for him. So while his body is still growing, Black Tom's vegetation suit is going to have to work for Deadpool. Picking back up with Kraven, making his way through the Savage Land. He is currently tracking down Beast, with a blood trail to follow, with Beast apparently losing hair along the way. We see Kraven put this hair into his mouth like a freaking psychopath. You know, maybe they're trying to let us know that he is an awesome hunter and he's an awesome tracker, so on and so forth, but Beast is bleeding out from his leg. There is absolutely no reason for Kraven to put hair into his mouth besides the fact that he's just an absolute sociopath. But this leads him up to a perch. Looking over this edge, right at the very limit of it, we see some eggs. And while Kraven decides that he is just going to smash the heck out of these eggs. That is when the mother and father of these eggs, the pterodactyls, come swooping down, with Beast being on an adjacent ledge. He sees that Kraven is distracted, and this gives him the opportunity to make his move. Unfortunately, before he is even able to take a step, the ground underneath his feet gives way. It looks like he is about to fall down to his death, but that is when Wolverine grabs hold of him, getting him back onto level ground. They look off not too far in the distance, and the volcano, it is getting ready to erupt. In a matter of seconds, it goes from barely even putting out any smoke to a full-fledged eruption. This place is going absolutely haywire. With the pterodactyls returning, Wolverine takes on the first one. The second one, it appears to be possibly carrying Kraven. Not really sure what is going on here, but he finds himself next to Wolverine and Beast. While Wolverine is taking down one of these pterodactyls, Kraven has hopped off, and he now has Beast with a knife held to his throat, letting Wolverine know that the only way he is getting out of here is if they test themselves to see who is truly the better. As their fight is about to get underway, we are taken over to the point. Sage, Omega Red, and Deadpool have arrived. Not really sure if she is able to fix the room. She is simply going to do her best, while Deadpool and Omega Red, they get sent in to rescue Wolverine and Beast. That is where the fight begins. Kraven taking his knife and hitting it against Beast's head. This knocks him out. Wolverine wasting no time. He goes in on Kraven, and Kraven is able to get a knife right into his stomach. But we know this doesn't slow Wolverine down. Using his claws, he is able to open up Kraven. Both of them wounded, both of them bloody. These two hunters go one-on-one. While this fight is going on, we have Omega Red and Deadpool who are rescuing an unconscious Beast. As they traverse the terrain, the earth begins to break up underneath their feet. Because of this, magma begins to show. Deadpool accidentally stepping in some of it. We see the suit, the husk that Black Tom had created for him. It begins to go up in flames. And so Deadpool, with his immature body, they leap out to safety, crawling, waiting to get away from the flames. We see that Wolverine is given the business to Kraven, slicing him up real good. We can tell that Wolverine has won this fight, but Wolverine, he has no intention of killing Kraven. This is the satisfaction that Kraven had been looking for, that he was either going to die here or he was going to win here. Wolverine isn't looking to give him that satisfaction. That is when a T-Rex comes in and it chomps down right on Kraven. It appears to just bite him right through the middle. With Kraven in the mouth of a T-Rex, we see Wolverine hopping over to Deadpool. Deadpool admitting that he wasn't any help. If anything, he is nothing more than comic relief. And so, with Deadpool in arm, they take off and they are able to get out of the Shadow Room. Unfortunately, the Shadow Room had collapsed. When they went looking for Kraven's body, they did not find it. And if Wolverine is being honest with himself, he is kind of happy about this. It's kind of nice for him to have to look over his shoulder. And this is something that Wolverine, he now feels all mutant kind can understand. After the Progenitor, after the Eternals, for a long time, mutant kind, they thought they may be untouchable. But now everybody has come to the realization that this could all be taken away in a singular day. That now you guys truly understand what we need to do. You understand what survival means. Now, many mutants, they already understand this, but it seems that many of them have forgotten that they have gotten complacent. They have their sanctuary, they have their heaven, they have their resurrection. Wolverine believing that this is a wake-up call. Now, that is what takes us over to the North Pole a little bit later on, obviously taking place some point after Judgment Day. We have seen that the Progenitor has gone back into slumber. The god has fallen. We don't know how, we don't know why. We know the Avengers are moving back into the Celestial, but Kraven came here to bear witness. Scars all over his body from his battle with Wolverine and a T-Rex. He has come to witness that everything dies. Everything. That includes the immortal X-Men. This only reaffirms for him that Krakoa's time will come. He can sense that Krakoa is coming to its end, and that he will be there prepare to butcher all that remains and taste all of their hearts. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like I said, it very loosely ties into Judgment Day. It actually kind of gives away the ending of Judgment Day, which is a little bit unfortunate. They probably should have waited for Judgment Day issue number 6 to come out before they release this one. But when I go to do the whole video, I will ensure that we put all of this in proper order. All in all, it's not a bad story. I don't necessarily believe that Beast would be so easily taken over, taken hostage, wounded, knocked unconscious. Like, Beast was just thrown around the ringer. Deadpool with his Black Tom body served absolutely no purpose. Like, it was absolutely pointless. I guess it keeps Deadpool in the fight, at least a matter of speaking, because he didn't do anything in this comic besides have that husk burst into flame, and then he's just nothing more than looking like a little person, having the body of a toddler being carried out by Wolverine. I am very curious on how Kraven was able to survive being bitten right in the midsection by a Tyrannosaurus freaking Rex. Like, I get it, it's Kraven, he's a good hunter, he's probably one of the best hunters out there, but he got bit in half. At least, he got bit in the midsection. I don't understand how this didn't cut him in half. Now, we see him at the ending, see him at the North Pole, and he is in super bad shape, but he doesn't look like he was in the mouth of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like, I've seen Jurassic Park, I've seen what happens when a T-Rex can bite somebody like that. You know, before I got to that last page, I really thought, like, holy crap, they just killed Kraven. But then you flip 2 pages after the data page, and then you learn, oh wait, Kraven's still very much alive. He just has a bunch of scars, and he's got a splint on his leg. So for me, this was just very unbelievable. It was very unrealistic. It really seemed out of place for almost every single character besides Wolverine. It would have actually been a lot better if this had taken place outside of Judgment Day, been its own completely separate story arc. They got to truly expand on it. But this is definitely not the last we have seen of Kraven, and everybody is anticipating the downfall of Krakoa, which makes us think, what does the Sins of Sinister have in store for us? Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with X-Force or Judgment Day, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with these stories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.